Hey guys, welcome to episode 26. Here is the 55-gallon fish tank. It's been set up for a week or two now. I did notice when the water level dropped due to evaporation that the filter was having a little bit of a hard time picking up water, because the little chamber in the back was running dry because it was pumping it so quickly. So what I did was I took a little pond pump and I hooked it up so that the hose runs back behind where the heater is, to add a little bit more water to that back chamber. But while I was doing that, I found two fish that were trapped back behind there. One of them was one of my orange swords. I don't know if I can find him right now, but he's alright. He's a little thin, so obviously he wasn't getting food for probably a few days, but I think he'll make it. And the other one was a small molly fry, and so that kind of got me searching the rest of the tank. You can see the net's still in there. Searching the bottom, searching through all of the java moss and the plants for more fry, and there were a bunch. I put them in here. I took my betta fish and put them in with my turtles, but I've got larger fry in here. They hatched, or they were born probably about a month ago. They were just kind of chilling in the tank, and they made it on their own. But what I saw was the bettas are actually eating them, especially the smaller ones. So I did move them into here for now. But the very small ones, the ones that just hatched, are in here. And sorry for the focus, but as you can see, they're very small. I believe they're still hatching right now. I'm not quite sure which one is the mother. It might be that one there, or it might be that one there, but they're both kind of getting chased around, and I'm sure they're just dropping one or two at a time. But I did notice there were a few back behind here, so what I'll do is I'll just let them kind of do their thing, and I'll move the plants around every once in a while and see if I can't scoop a few more out. There are even larger molly fry back here. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and I purchased those with the adults in a bag at the fish auction that I went to. So I've got 4 generations, I guess, of mollies in here from 2 species. I'm assuming that they're closely enough related that they're interbreeding, but I'm not quite sure because they are extremely similar. So that's the fish tank for right now. What I did do was when I moved the fry in here, I figured I would just raise the water level back up. I've got a little marker here. So instead of putting the hose back behind with the heater, I put it right on the edge here, held by a couple clips, so that it feeds new fresh water into both of these fry chambers, just to give them some fresh water and some water flow. So hopefully they enjoy that, and I'll try to grab a few more fry in a little while, but hopefully keeping them in these containers will work out better. I do have golden pearls for them. It's supposed to be like brine shrimp, but it floats, so it's pretty helpful for feeding fry. So that's the 55-gallon tank. If you come over here, the apartment is still a giant mess as I'm trying to sort things and put things away. Here's the 55-gallon hatchling tank that still needs sand and rocks added to it, but I'm working on that. As you can see, the babies are trying to catch those betas like crazy. They've been running around for the last hour or two trying to catch them. So I might actually move the betas over here where they might have a better chance at survival. But this is the 125. I've added about half of my sand back in, and when I did that, I added a couple of my Malaysian driftwood pieces in, and the turtles instantly went after the driftwood. They just love to climb underneath it. They love to scratch their shells on it. So they had a blast. I think I put one piece in originally, and it was over here. And within 5 minutes, it was all the way over here. So I moved it back, and you can see it's halfway across the tank already. But they seem like they're slowing down. But they're having fun. I've got to add the other half of the sand in. I've got to vacuum out that corner before I add the rest of the sand in. That's why it's kind of hazy, is because I just added the sand about an hour ago. I'll do a water change on it, and hopefully I can get the gravel washed soon so that I can build up these banks here and get these plants situated again. The turtles are ripping up the plants pretty good, especially the pieces that are hanging in the water. But these are pretty resilient plants. I think they'll grow back just fine. So we'll see what happens. At each node, they have the ability to put off roots. So we'll see if they've put off any roots. I can see maybe one or two already. And I'll plant it accordingly. But that's the 125. And most recently, I moved my mangroves over. They're on the counter here just for now. I will be moving them probably down here once I get all my junk situated. But I wanted to show you some of the progress on these guys. I've got my little pond pump in the corner here, and it's providing quite a bit of flow. You can see those plants waving. Quite a bit of flow to the roots down here. And so I'm just gonna move something real quick. Check out how good these guys are growing. The black mangroves are really taking off. They've got their first set of leaves out, and they're going for another set soon. And if you notice, there are some holes here that are empty now. What I did was I went through once and took out all of the mangroves that weren't growing, that were black and dead. And so here are the dead ones. I figured there's no point in leaving them in there. But if you'll see, they're ribbed, and they're very hard, and they're black, and there's no root growth whatsoever. So that lets you know that it's definitely dead. It's not coming back, and there's no reason to have it in the tank. There's some pothos leaves that got taken off by the turtles as well. But these ones are very much alive. If you can see, the roots are really growing now on the red mangroves, and I like the way that they're spreading out. The first mangroves that I got, they definitely weren't grown this way, because they were all of the roots were kind of going in one direction, and that made it very difficult for me to position any one plant and have it stand on its own. But if you see these roots are going in every direction, unimpeded, and so hopefully what will happen is they will be able to hold themselves up here shortly, especially when I raise this water level a little bit more and put some substrate in the bottom. I'm hoping that they will start to anchor themselves, and their roots will continue to spread. There's one down there. You see it through the algae. very, very widespread on the roots, which is awesome. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So hopefully I can take just 4 or 5 of these plants and move them into my other tanks, and hopefully they'll do really well. I have been dosing them with Leaf Zone, which adds iron to the water. I don't know how much iron they actually need quite yet, because they're not producing leaves yet. It's just the roots, but the roots have been around for a while, so I'm hoping that some leaves will start to pop out shortly. I definitely see a lot of green tips that are starting to poke out, and some of these tips are even getting fatter, which is cool, like this one here. It wasn't that fat before, so I'm assuming that leaves are starting to form and they're about to break through here very shortly. So that's exciting. There are a few that probably won't make it. The roots haven't quite formed yet, but their stalks are still green, so I don't want to toss them out quite yet. But when they get completely black like these, they are definitely dead, so I'll be tossing these. But I don't know, I probably had 150, 200 of these things, and I might have 2 dozen dead ones here, so I don't know, maybe 10-15% die off, but some of them actually were outside of my control. Some of them had splits down the base of the stalk, so they weren't going to make it anyways. And I mean, you never know. You can't count on something making it. A couple of these black mangroves are putting off good roots, but I don't really see them growing yet. So 1 or 2 of those might not make it either. But I'm really hoping that those ones over there in the back will. Anyways, so that's what's going on right now. Hopefully I can continue to catch some fry, wash the rest of my sand and gravel, get that all in, get all my plants situated, and then I'll make another video. Everyone's doing good. Alright, I'll see you guys later.